lunch. Let's see. Peanut butter, bread. Peanuts. What else? A couple tangerines. Little cuties. And an opal apple, part of one. These are great. Probably one of my best apples. I only find them in one place. Well, actually several. But there's a produce stand in Sequim, Washington that has them all the time. And one of my favorite, opal apple. And that's going to have to do it. Good morning. It's been a while. Obviously, the world has been shut down. Last time I spoke actually I was up on the gray wolf, and that was just as all of this started to explode, and that pretty much was my last day in the wilderness, as everything in this state as far as wilderness and national park has been shut down along with the rest of the U.S. and the world for the most part. But it wasn't until this week they started opening up trailheads and access to the wilderness and whatnot. So things are starting to loosen up a little bit, but I'm well. I trust you are as well, for those that are following along. And my heart goes out to those that may have lost loved ones, those that may have been sick, and in not only physical crisis and maybe even with this virus, but financial straits and it's hard times. So thinking about all of those that are suffering, and not only in this country, but globally. It truly is a different world. So I'm one of the few, I guess, that have been working still. I actually haven't missed much work at all. So nose to the grindstone and pressing on. And I hope that you are as well. Today was a good warm-up, and back to one of my favorite areas, and that's the Heather Creek Trail in the Olympic wilderness, and it's the Buckhorn Wilderness, the upper Dungeness Valley or drainage. And I found a nice little area. Today was supposed to forecast was spectacular, and tomorrow as well, and then the weekend kind of taper off a bit. But end of May, and spring in full swing, and just about missed most of it, with I'm sure most all of you as well. So I picked this fine day to get up here, and a couple favorite spots up here. There's a waterfall just down the trail here. That'll be the end for today. But going back, there's some lush velvety moss and some little drainages down in the forest there, on the forest floor, and real beautiful, very pleasing. And so on the way back I'll stop and see if I can look at some composition there and maybe pick out a few things. A few flowers, I think trillium, but not so much yet thus far. Those should be popping out in this altitude here soon. Today is the 27th of May, so June is around the corner. So this was a good warm-up for me today. Get up here. I left the trailhead at 5:45, and I just plunked down here about 9:15, and it's 9:35 now. So that's what's going on today. I'm not going to make a whole day of it. It took about three and a half hours to get up here, and I'll just take my time going back. There's some beautiful meadows that I took my time in along the way, and usually I just press hard and go and hard and fast, but today I decided, as the first trip in a month or so since the Gray Wolf, just take my time, relax, and enjoy. Not a soul around. The parking lot at the Upper Dungeness Trail was empty this morning, so it might fill up today. Probably, I assume so, and tomorrow for the weekend. Though the weekend, again, like I said, isn't looking too good. So little lunch here, dry out my gear, and then up to the falls. As I mentioned before, I think on the Gray Wolf vlog, that my hope was to get up to Upper Basin by the end of April and see the lake melt off and then get up to the upper basin and camp. That obviously has been postponed, so maybe in June. So do take care. I'm going to get my gear together and head on up to these falls here. I don't know if any people know about this little setup here, and it's again in the Dungeness drainage, and then I'll just make my way back and see what I see. See you later.